Christopher Nolan shooting Matthew McConaughey into space. Alright. Let me just put this out there. I like Christopher Nolan. The Dark Knight is one of my favorite movies, and I love The Prestige, and his first movie, Following, is really, really good. But oh my god, with the hype, with every Christopher Nolan movie that comes out with the, it's gonna be the greatest film ever made. Calm down. Just calm down. You don't see me acting that way about a director. Where were we? Anyway, Christopher Nolan's new film, Interstellar, is about Matthew McConaughey, and he is a farmer in the future where everything sucks. I mean, crops are dying and there's overpopulation. They actually keep the specifics about when it is really vague. Like, you don't need to know that this is the year 2058 or who the president is. That stuff will just date the movie, so you don't really need to know. So NASA has discovered a wormhole out in space with possible other planets on the other side that the people of Earth can possibly colonate on, and it's up to McConaughey to go on a mission and explore them because of his awesome farming skills. Out in space with Anne Hathaway, they explore many things that I can't really go into specifics about because it would be spoilers. Christopher Nolan, for me, is a director who obviously has a very creative eye, and he's really great at creating sweeping, emotional, epic moments. He's like if Steven Spielberg wanted to be Stanley Kubrick and still kind of maintain that James Cameron epicness. And that's why I think he's so popular. He manages to blend the right amount of emotion and explore some deep scientific and almost philosophical themes. The best stuff in the movie are the relationships that the characters have with each other. There's McConaughey's relationship with his daughter, Anne Hathaway's relationship with her father, who's played by Michael Caine, and which also, Michael Caine cries in this movie too. And when Michael Caine cries, especially in the middle of the movie, there's some ideas about time and separation. And even if the scientific plot stuff felt a bit flimsy at times, this emotional stuff more than made up for it. There's just a lot of ideas and themes that borrowed from other movies, and that's fine, but it never really feels like its own thing. And just in the middle of the movie, there's some like really heavy plot exposition that is just dumped on the audience in a wink wink nudge manner. And so the whole third act, you're like, okay, I see where this movie is going, and oh my god, it's been 3 hours. Also, if there's one thing that this movie did not need, it was a human antagonist, and this is a bit of a spoiler, but sorry, but there is one. That, for me, could have been cut out of the movie completely, and it would have been less than 2.5 hours long. But for the most part, Nolan's movies are experiences that you should see in theaters. You should see this one in IMAX for sure. There's some great cinematography and some really scary, intense sequences out in space. Like, things with space really creep me out, and sequences in this movie I was just like, no, thank you. And unlike something like Avatar, there's really good emotional stuff to chew on. And there's some good intellectual things about this movie, but not really to the point that I was hoping for. Just don't go see this on a tiny little screen where they just put a roll of TV out for you to see it. One of the square ones that we watched in science class in high school. I am old. Because seriously, if you're gonna sit there for 3 hours, you owe your bum more than that.